All right, we want to bring in our Jared Blikre on what is going on here in the markets here today. Jared, it's so fascinating here, given the drop that we were seeing overnight in the futures, to now see a mixed open because of all the dynamics and the feed through from the commodity trade.
I think it's going to be really important not to get caught up in the minute-by-minute fluctuations here because this is a volatile market. And we can see that on the Wi-Fi Interactive here, where we are opening up mixed. So we have the NASDAQ just slightly in the green, Dow and S&P 500 in the red. Dow off the most here, down about 177 points. So not a huge deal, but we had a little bit of a breakdown on Friday. S&P 500 still trading within its 2-week range, just about. So is the Dow, but the NASDAQ heading south. So I want to get to our sector action. I think this is going to be telling. Energy in the forefront. That is up 0.9%. WTI just out of sight. We'll check on that in a second. But I want to point out what's happening with our leaders here. We are seeing solar energy. By the way, solar energy, this ETF 10 has been on a tear over the last week or so. Let's take a look at the trailing month. And you can see it really got liftoff. It is benefiting from these energy prices, higher energy prices, just as Chevron and XNR, for instance. Also, ARC is in the forefront here. That's up almost 3%. IPO up 2%. And you take a look at what's happening inside the ARC Innovation Fund. I find this interesting because a lot of these names, even when the NASDAQ was surging last week, we didn't see a lot of these lower quality, I would say balance sheet lower quality, highly speculative names catching up with them. But all you have to do really is go to our Yahoo Finance trending ticker list and just see all the oil Latin names, except for Bed Bath & Beyond. That's number one. But everything else just about oil and gold.
Jared, I know you're also watching gold. Gold is certainly getting wrapped up into this inflationary commodities trend as well.
Yes, it is. And interesting note from JP Morgan this morning, they're looking for a surge in gold prices, but also for $185 Brent. And let me just show you our trending tickers list, because I think this is very telling. We have Occidental Petroleum, Camber Energy, ExxonMobil, WTI crude futures. You never see this in our trending tickers list. Gold futures also breaking to the upside. So let's take a look at what's going on with gold here. And I do have that JP Morgan note. They're saying that there's a historical trend line or a historical comparison with the 1973-1974 oil crisis. This was after Nixon closed the gold window, so gold was allowed to float freely in terms of price. And they're saying precedent of this 73-74 oil crisis, gold rallied 90%. The Russia-Ukraine conflict has resulted in 10-year real yields falling 97 basis points. So the conflict is amplified an already hot inflation market. And JP Morgan Commodities Research, they identify an extremely upside scenario of $185 Brent, also looking for higher gold. They have this nifty chart here of gold and real yields. The bottom line is we are not at the end of this commodities rally, guys.
Sigh. All right. Thank you so much, Jared. Appreciate it.